And I think the choice to save that rust color was the perfect one.
Mm-hmm.
I found this old birdhouse and it has definitely seen better days. The paint that was on it has completely disintegrated on it, and some of the nails were popped out, and it just needed some TLC, but it was still in good enough shape that I'm going to be able to fix it up. Just taking my hammer and just pushing in any of those nails that had started to pop out, and then I'm going to give it a really good sanding with an 80 grit sandpaper so it'll be ready to paint. I am loving this yellow paint. I love picking up these little testers too. It's just the right amount of paint for a couple projects. And I'm also loving this paintbrush from Zebra, the Palm Pro. It works fantastic to get in all those little nooks and crannies on your small projects. I love all of their paintbrushes, and they have different types for different projects. I'll put the link down below in the description, and you can head over to their website and check them out because it is a must for paintbrushes. I thought the blue was going to really complement the yellow, so I'm going to do a salt painting technique on the roof to give it a rustic kind of chippy look. I'm going to paint on the paint. This is just a regular latex paint sample that I bought at Home Depot, and I'm just painting it all over the roof. And then once I have that done, while the paint is still wet, I'm going to sprinkle on pickling salt. You can use any type of salt, but the pickling salt, I love the texture that it gives and the chippiness. It's just a nice coarse salt. And just sprinkle it right into that wet paint. Once everything's all dry, I'm taking it inside because it is messy, and I'm sanding it down with my 80 grit sandpaper. I think it turned out fantastic. I love the chippy feel, and I'm going to add some embellishments. I found this old door pull and this dresser drawer pull, and I'm going to add them onto the birdhouse just as some focal points. And that looks 100% better than that birdhouse that I found in the dump at the wood pile. I was able to upcycle it and make it pretty again, and it's ready for some renters.
It's so pretty.
Now, this is a whole bunch of things that I found put together.
I love
wire basket
taking things and redoing things over,
trivet. I'm not sure what it was
making it
off
better,
of or where it was from.
making
it's
it
really
different,
sturdy
making
and
it stand
beautiful.
out.
I knew I wanted to use that in this project, and an old spindle off a table. I'm going to give the wire basket and the trivet a coat of black spray paint. I find sometimes when I find things, I just tuck them away, and it takes a while for me to get inspired and figure out what I want to do with them. And this is one of these projects. I had all three of these things tucked away, and it just all of a sudden came to me, and I put it together. I drilled a hole down the middle of the trivet, and I'm doing a little test hole in the bottom of the spindle, and I'm going to screw those two pieces together. I'm using these staple nails to put the basket on top of the spindle. It's a little tricky to get that hammer in and out of there, but I made it work, and I got it on there nice and sturdy. And I've created a beautiful planter with just junk.
Nice.
The wire basket, the spindle, and that trivet on the bottom, and it all pulled together beautifully. So that's why sometimes I can create these wonderful projects because I don't throw anything out because you never know when you're going to need it.